Hello dear children, I am very happy to meet all of you. Today we learn English. Learning English is funny, isn't it dear children? The name of the lesson is Oliver Asks for More. Before going to learn our lesson, read this statement dear children. Home is the happiest place in the world. Read it again. Home is the happiest place in the world. What does the sentence mean, dear children? Do you agree with this view? Do you agree that home is the happiest place in the world? Every one of us agree, dear children. We love our home. You have your father, mother, your relatives, and they love you, you love them. You feel comfortable at your home. You receive love from your family members. You receive affection from your family members, you receive care from your family members. Everything is available at home. That is why it is very happiest place. We love our home. See the difference between a house and a home. A house is built of walls and beams. Walls will be there, that is house. If there is love and affection, love and dreams, that is home. See this photo dear children. He is Mr. Ramesh. He has no father, he has no mother, he has no home. He is known as orphan. See how sorrowful it is dear children. He is an orphan. He has no father, mother or any family member. A child who lost one or both parents is known as orphan. Today in our lesson, Oliver, a boy, is an orphan. The title of our today's lesson is Oliver Asks for More. What does he ask dear children? Do you know? Can you imagine? He asks food. He is a poor boy, he is an orphan, he lives in streets, he is very sorrowful condition, and he has no food in time, no affection, no love. The name of that boy is Oliver. This Oliver asks for more. This story was extracted from a novel. The name of the novel was Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist was a famous novel. Oliver Asks for More, that is there in your textbook. That lesson, that reading passage was extracted from Oliver Twist novel. It was written by Charles Dickens. He was a famous British novelist, Charles Dickens. He wrote the novel. See the photo of Charles Dickens dear children. He was a well known English novelist, and he did not go to school dear children. He worked in a shoe factory. He was a very poor boy. He worked in a poor factory, a shoe factory. Even though because of his love towards writing, he wrote many novels. He became a very famous person in the world. His famous works were Oliver Twist, Great Expectations, David Copperfield. These are the novels written by Charles Dickens. See, this is Oliver. We are going today. We are going to know about him, his story only. How innocent he is. See, dear children. Before going to learn this story, you come across some peculiar words. These words from Old English novels. That means parish. Do you know what is meant by parish, dear children? Parish means a church committee. Some members are there. These members are called a parish. A church committee members are named as parish, dear children. Here a gruel, you come across one new word, that is gruel. Gruel means a thin liquid food of oats, rice, etc. This is a type of food. You see, this is gruel. Can you name this food in our mother tongue? Just మనము తెలుగులో మనము దీన్ని గంజి అంటాం. లేకపోతే దీన్ని కొంతమంది poor people, they eat this type of food. This is Oliver, and we know about that boy. Just you observe that photo. This boy is orphan. He has no mother or father, and he was living in streets. He was uncared, and one day what happened, he was brought to a children's home. During those days, children's homes were there. These people were joined in those homes. One day he brought he was brought to children's home. That Oliver was brought to a children's home, and there it was very new to him. He was asked to stand before a live board. Do you know what is meant by live board, dear children? Live board means some members will be there, and those members they give admission to boys into that children's home. That committee was named as live board. Live board is nothing but some people, a committee, some people will be there in a live board. This innocent boy who was living in streets, he was brought to that children's home, and he was asked to stand before these great gentlemen, and he felt very unhappy and uncomfortable. He was surprised to see those people. This innocent small boy, he was standing before them. He was surprised to see all the people in the room. See how innocent he was. Now read this, dear children. Read these sentences from your textbook. Remember, dear children, while you are reading, you come across some difficult words. Don't worry about those words. Try to understand it. You can understand. English is very easy. You read first. If you don't understand, you read in group. That means you interact with your friends. 4 or 5 members as a group, form as a group, and interact with your friends, and try to understand the meaning of these sentences, and you know something about Oliver, and just you listen to me and you came to know some information about Oliver. Now you read these sentences and you can know some more information about him. Why was Oliver astonished, dear children? He was astonished because he was in a room. He was asked to stand before a committee, that means live board. See, this is a committee. The committee is named as live board. There are some people, and innocent Oliver was there. Oliver was frightened, dear children. Why he was frightened? Because first time he see many people, many great people in his life. He was innocent, he was in streets. That type of person, he was brought to that place, one room, and because of that environment made him to frighten. See, he was in great fear, Oliver. And here one peculiar thing here you observe here, dear children, read it. The beadle, you know, beadle means a church official is known as beadle, dear children. The beadle gave him a tap on his back with his cane, which made him cry. See this sentence, dear children, you can understand the way of treatment they give in children's home. This poor orphan boy, he was brought there. The committee member should show love and affection. They should share love and affection to such type of children, orphans. Instead of that, they behave cruelly. That means he gave him tap, means he gave tap on his back. He scolded, he gave him tap on his back, and because of that, because of that, and this is also with a cane, and this made him a little boy cry. Oliver cried there. This is the way of the treatment that they give to people, the children, innocent children in that that committee. You know, this beadle means an official of a church. That means there is one committee, that committee member, that committee works under a church, that person was named as a beadle. And see how cruel he was. He is a beadle and innocent Oliver, you both of them you can see in this picture. See how he is saying, boy, said the gentleman in the high chair, listen to me, you know you are an orphan, I suppose. Who is saying these words, dear children? One gentleman in that committee, that people, the committee member, one member, he asked like this, you know you are an orphan, I suppose. He asked like that. What is that, sir? Inquired poor Oliver. What is that, sir? See how innocently he is asking. Oliver doesn't know the meaning of orphan, what is meant by orphan. Anyhow, the Oliver made to join in that children's home, in the parish. That parish means that children's home. Is he happy, dear children, there? No, he is not happy. He is happy in streets only. He is not happy there, because that home was not comfortable. There is no love, there is no affection, there is no proper food. The members of the family, that the committee are not good, they are not kind, they are unkind towards the innocent little children. That is happening there in that place, dear children. That is why Oliver, poor Oliver, was made to join in that children's home. He was on roads, and during those days there were children homes, and in that children home this boy was forced to join. He was not interested. He was on streets and he is leading his own life, but he was forced to join in that children's home, and that was a problem to him. See, there is also some unhappy incidents there. The members are also not a good people. You read these sentences, dear children, you can understand. What do they get, dear children? What do the members get there? They eat food. They eat food. That means they eat breakfast, dinner, tea, supper, everything in that committee, that children's home. The members, they are very comfortable. They don't do any work. But in the same time, instead of showing love and affection towards the children, they are very cruel towards children. The committee members are comfortable, but the children for which the committee was formed were uncared there. The food is free throughout the year. There is no work. Everything they play, the members enjoy, actually enjoy in that in that parish. That means what we call in that children's home. The children's home that is maintained by some members, they are happy, but the children are unhappy there, dear children. See, these are members there, how polished they are, wonderful, beautifully dressed, and see the dress of the people in that place. the committee members are in very good dress, the children are in poor and they are their dress is also not neat. See their feelings, their feelings of the members, their facial expressions, and the children, they are very frightened because of them. Now, read the following, dear children. What is the opinion of the members about children? Okay, dear children, now you have understood this is a children's home. In that children's home, the poor Oliver was joined, and that home was being maintained by some committee members. See the opinion. What is the opinion of the committee member? Observe that. What are the two alternatives according to that committee members about the poor people? Actually, the committee members should be in such a way, such an intention to help poor people, that poor orphan children, they should share their love, they treat them with respect, affection, all those things should be there in that children's home, for which that is meant. But instead of that, see their opinion. According to them, they have two alternatives. What are those two alternatives, dear children? Read and now read and say to your teacher. What are the two alternatives there? They have to starve quickly outside, or they have to starve gradually inside. What is meant by starvation here, dear children? Very hungry, without food for a long time is called starvation. Starvation means ఆకలితో బాధపడటం. Starvation, that is called starvation. According to them, there are two alternatives. There are two alternatives to these poor that orphan children. That is, they feel that they have to starve quickly outside when they are outside. They have to starve gradually inside the house. That means anyhow the ultimate destination to them is starvation, no food at all. That is the way of treatment that is being given to poor orphan children in that committee, dear children. See, children are there. You observe Oliver. You see the condition there. These sentences are from your textbook. Read them. Do they wash the basins and vessels, dear children? Tell me. The basins never wanted washing. It shows the situation in that children's home. The boys polished them with their spoons till they shone again. It shows the hungry of the children. They are very hungry. They are not given proper food. They were given the food very less food than required. That is why what they do, the children generally after eating, what we do, we wash our vessels and plates. But see the situation in that the children's home, dear children. In that children's home, see the situation. No need to wash at all. What is that? How they are being washed? They are washed by children spoons, because that is why they eat everything. Nothing is left there, because they are very hungry. The food that was being served there was not enough to them. They were in starving condition. That is why they eat everything. Nothing is left there. It shows, these sentences shows the sorrowful situation, sorrowful things, how they were going in that children's home. You observe this, dear children. There is a committee member, or one master is there, and small child is standing in front of him with a bowl. You see the difference between the master and that a little boy. What are the differences do you find in them? The man was very hungry, that the man was very cruel, his looks are cruel, and the boy was innocent. The boy was innocent, and the master, he was very obese, because he eats without doing any work, but the boy's condition is very sorrowful. He was very thin, almost like a skeleton. He is very thin and innocent. The master was stout, cruel and unkind. Same condition here, dear children. What differences do you find between the children and the master? Just we discussed. Now read the following, dear children. The things are going in that way in the children's home, where Oliver was staying, and one day what happened? Observe this. The evening arrived. The boys took their places. The gruel was served out. The gruel disappeared. The boys whispered to each other and winked at Oliver, while his next neighbor also winked him. While his next neighbors nudged him. That means all the people, the students are in hungry condition. The gruel was disappeared. The gruel means the food, there was no food there. The boys, they wanted to do something. They gave signals to Oliver. They gave signals to Oliver and to ask some more food with committee members. They gave some signals, they whispered. That is why the Oliver, poor Oliver, went to the master there. Please sir, I want some more. What did he ask? Oliver asked, please sir, I want some more. What is some more here? Some more means just food. He is very hungry. The food that is provided is not enough, and he asked in that way, please sir, I want some more food. See this innocent boy Oliver with the basin. What? Said the master at length in faint voice. Please sir, replied Oliver, I want some more. Here Oliver asked some more food, because that situation, the people were very strict there, very cruel there, and asking like that was a great thing. And Oliver asked food. The master, what the master's response there? He didn't give food to him. Instead, he tried to blow at Oliver's head with the ladle. What did the master's response there, dear children? You observe this and give the answer. What did the master's response there? Actually, the master should give some more food, some more gruel to Oliver. Instead of that, the master, he wished to blow at Oliver's head with the ladle. What is meant by ladle here, dear children? Ladle means the serving, the food serving, the spoon is called ladle. The food serving that spoon is called ladle, and he shrieked aloud for the beadle. He called beadle. Beadle is one person. Already we discussed, beadle means one church official. This is ladle, dear children. What happened here immediately, dear children? One sorrowful condition happened here. All the members again, they started a meeting. one person, the name of the person, Bundle, rushed into the room, that meeting room, and he explained in this way, Sir, Oliver Twist has asked for more. And that means you can understand here, dear children, because out of hungry, out of starvation, Oliver asked some food. That was a crime there. They looked it as a crime. And see their responses, their feelings. For more, asked Mr. Limbkins. Do you understand that he asked for more after he had eaten the supper allotted by the board? He did, sir, replied Bundle. That means Bumble replied, yes, sir, he asked for more food. That means they stated that asking food is also a crime there. How sorrowful it was, dear children. Immediately what happened, do you know, dear children? A bill was pasted there. A bill means one punishment was framed against Oliver, and it was pasted outside the gate. What was the information there? You observe and tell me. Tell to your teacher. What was the information in that notice, dear children? The information in that bill was, they offered a reward of £5 to anybody who would take Oliver Twist off the hands of the parish. They offered one presentation to the persons, those who come forward and take Oliver from them. See, this was the conditions during those days, dear children. You should understand the conditions how were prevailing during those days towards orphans. This was a situation, this was a sorrowful situation of the story of a poor Oliver who was an orphan, who was joined in that place. What happened to Oliver at the end of the story, dear children? What happened to him? Because he asked for more food, he was sent out from that children's home. Now, this is the story of poor Oliver, dear children. Now, you have understood the situation there. Now, we find children like Oliver around you. How would you help them to live better? This you should think of, dear children. We find children like Oliver around us. There are children like Oliver, poor people. They don't have parents. They are living in streets. They are uncared. Such type of poor children are there. How can we help them? Now, you do one thing, dear children. You talk to your teachers, your parents, your relatives. What help can we offer to children? That means orphans are children, those who are uncared outside around us, and prepare your opinions, prepare a list of your suggestions and show it to your teacher, dear children. Now, let us eradicate the children, those who are in work are called child labor. You see, here you find child labor, dear children. These small children, these children, they should be in school. Instead of learning and enjoying in school, they are doing work because of various conditions, they are leading life in that way. That is to be eradicated, that is to be removed, dear children. Government is struggling hard to overcome this problem. Still we have this problem there, this problem is there, but we should do our best to eradicate this child labor problem. See, a small baby, she is a child labor working. See a boy pulling a heavy load, pulling a rickshaw. A boy working in construction field. A little boy, instead of writing with hands, he is crushing stones. How sorrowful it is, dear children. So, working there, a severe work he is doing. A boy and girl in with heavy loads, child labor, dear children. A boy is working in a hotel serving teas. Okay, dear children, this child labor problem is there. How to eradicate it? There are many non-governmental organizations, government organizations are there to overcome this problem, dear children. There is one institute like that, that is CRY, Child Rights and You, and other one Child Labor Enforcement Team. These work to eradicate child labor. Now child labor is a crime, dear children. Any the person that he commit that mistake, keeping a child for work at his home or at his shop, at any place, that is a crime, that is a punishable crime according to our government law. And there is a child line, dear children, 1098. If you come across any child labor, you can inform that information to the officials. They come and save the child from that problem. And you also observe, dear children, there are various schools as being run by our government, and Rajiv Vidya Mission or Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan are also doing their level best, struggling hard, taking various measures to eradicate child labor. And that is one such thing is residential bridge courses. They are conducting some schools, irrespective of their age, they give admission to children, and the children join in those schools. That is according to their age, they will be given some education, and they give some foundation there, and they will be again they will be joined, admitted in regular streams. And other one, Kasturiba Girl Bala Vikas Kendras, Kasturiba Gandhi Bala Vikas Kendra is also one institute. They give education to girl children, residential schools, and also some residential schools, social welfare residential schools, tribal welfare residential schools, tribal welfare ashram high schools, and AP residential schools, and this type of many schools are being run by our government. They give admission to students there, they give food, shelter, good education to the children. They are helping child labor and orphans for joining them in schools by providing food and education, dear children. Now come to some grammar in your textbook, dear children. Observe, read this. You are brought up by the parish. Want you is one sentence from your textbook, today's lesson. You are brought up by the parish. Want you? Here this is called a question tag. Want you is a question tag. You are brought up by the parish is a statement, and after that, that is want you is called a question tag, dear children. See this question tag, and there are two parts there. One is a statement, you are brought up by the parish. The other one is a question tag. After the statement there should be a comma, and we should start the question tag with a small letter, and the question tag will be in contracted form. And why do we use these question tags? What about them? Why should we learn this about question tag, about this question? When do we use these question tags? These things we should observe. Question tags are short questions at the end of statements. We give some statements. You are a boy studying in Jilla Parishad school. That is one statement, and again I add one tag, aren't you? For I want to seek some information, more information or confirmation, I ask that. I am in doubt, you are Ramu or not? You are Ramu, aren't you? In this way we use question tags. These tags, question tags, aren't you, can't you, isn't it, these small tags which are there after a statement are called question tags. These are in short contracted form. Generally we use question tags at the end of the statements, and we use them in spoken English. In our conversations like that only we use these question tags, not in writing, that means in written English we do not use. In speaking we use question tags to continue our flow of that conversation, and to get some information or to get some confirmation like that. For that we use question tags, dear children. We use question tags to get information or confirmation. See this, you are in 8th standard, aren't you? You are not in 8th standard, are you? See the difference between these two sentences, dear children. You are in 8th standard, that is a positive statement, we call it as a positive statement. You are in 8th standard. I have a doubt, I have a doubt, I am not sure whether you are in 8th standard or 9th standard. I came very new to your school and I am asking like that. Just you are coming out from a 8th classroom like that. During that situation I ask this question, you are in 8th standard, aren't you? Here the statement is positive and the question tag is negative. This is negative tag we call it. See the second statement, are you not in 8th standard? You are not in 8th standard, are you? You are not in 8th standard is a negative statement and tag is positive, are you? In this way you use question tags. This is one principle you should remember. You are a very kind boy, aren't you? You are not a kind boy, are you? In this way we use positive statement, negative tag, negative statement, positive tag. See, this is a black pen, isn't it? This is not a black pen, is it? See the difference, dear children. In this way we use any sentence while you are using a question tag, you should remember that statement is positive, tag is negative, statement is negative, tag is positive. These tags are short contracted form of questions. Is not it, do not use that, isn't it? Are not you, do not use, aren't you? Short forms only we use question tags. If the statement has an auxiliary, the tag begins with an auxiliary. In case it does not have auxiliary, it will begin with do, does or did. In case in the statement there is no auxiliary, we start it with do or does or did. For example, they play football on Sundays. There is no auxiliary, that is why we use do not they, that is the question tag here. They play football on Sundays, do not they? She plays football on Sundays, does not she? They played football on Sundays, did they? In this way we use do or does or did accordingly. See your response, dear children. You go to school, do not you? For example, you agree, there your response should be yes, I do. You go to school, do not you? You agree with this statement, what should be your response, dear children? Yes, I do. If for example, you refuse, what is your response at that time? I do not. You go to school, do not you? I do not, that means you are not going to school, you are refused. You are not from Guntur, are you? You agree, no, I am not. You refuse, yes, I am. You are not from Guntur, are you? For example, if you refuse that, yes, I am. You come across some special peculiarities, dear children, in question tags. I am right, aren't I? I am right, amn't I? That is not correct. For example, I am right, you may sometimes you may start amn't I is not there, you should not use that. Aren't I? I am a teacher, aren't I? I am a student, aren't I? Let us go to the beach, shall we? Let us go to the beach. The question tag to that is shall we? Wait a minute, can you? This is about question tags, dear children. Today we learned lesson Oliver's asked for more. A lesson, dear children, is one extract from a beautiful novel Oliver Twist. You read it in detail, dear children. Already we discussed it some extent. With the help of your teacher, you read the entire novel. You come across here and there that some difficult words, do not worry about it. Try to understand. English is very easy, dear children. Try to understand English and you feel that you have one positive attitude, as I can learn, I can read, I can understand. If you have that positive attitude, you can definitely understand. You take help from your friends, you can read it well, and already and you have been assigned one assignment, that is think of orphans or child labor, those who are around you, and give your measures, what measures we have to take to eradicate child labor by discussing with your teachers and your friends, relatives, headmaster, like that. Okay. I wish you very good luck, dear children, all the best.